Well, Costco shoppers, there's a new policy going into effect tomorrow.
Rumors about price hikes at Costco are no longer just whispers. According to leaked internal information, after October the 31st, 2025, many familiar items could see skyrocketing prices, potentially turning a $200 shopping cart into one costing over $300. But instead of worrying, now is the time to stay one step ahead. By knowing the 10 products predicted to face the steepest price increases, you can not only protect your family budget, but also turn your pantry into a gold reserve for the months ahead. Like if you think more people need to know about this. Wow! 10. Kirkland olive oil. Among the items you should stock up on early, Kirkland olive oil is a must-have. It may sound simple, but this product is facing the strongest impact from global price fluctuations. Since the start of the year, the Mediterranean region, where most of Costco's olive oil supply comes from, has suffered prolonged droughts, leading to record low production. On top of that, import tariffs expected to triple by the end of October could push the price of each bottle up by a few dollars. That might seem small, but for those who cook regularly, those dollars add up to a significant amount over the year. Olive oil isn't just a seasoning, it's the soul of many dishes, from salads and pasta to grilled or fried foods. Unlike regular cooking oil, it brings a distinctive flavor and is considered one of the healthiest fats for heart health. That's why many call it liquid gold in the kitchen. So, if you spot Kirkland extra virgin olive oil at its current price, don't hesitate to grab a few extra bottles. A quick tip: olive oil retains its best flavor when stored in a cool, dry place, away from light and high temperatures. You can stock a few bottles in your pantry and use them over a year without losing quality. Some families even buy in bulk to save money, knowing that after the price hike, this item could become a luxury in their own kitchen. 9. Wine and beer. You may not have noticed, but wine and beer at Costco are about to face the biggest price adjustment in years. Those bottles of Italian or French wine, once considered a weekend treat, are now among the highest taxed beverages due to import duties. Even Mexican beers like Corona or Modelo aren't escaping this spiral. Import costs are rising sharply, and within a few weeks, those increases will be evident on store shelves. You might still buy a 24-can pack of beer at the familiar price today, but after October 31st, that number could make many people think twice before opening their wallets. The good news is that wine and beer can be stored for a long time, so buying before the price hike is the easiest way to save without worrying about spoilage. A good bottle of wine, when kept in a cool place away from direct light, not only maintains its quality, but can even mature over time, developing a deeper, richer flavor. Beer is similar, as long as it's stored in a dry, temperature-stable environment. For those who love hosting parties at home, stocking up on a few cases of beer or favorite wine bottles will make gatherings more enjoyable without the last-minute shock. Think about it. If you know prices will surge in just a few weeks, buying early is like making a smart investment in your own enjoyment. Take advantage of this moment to stock up for the upcoming holiday season, while wine and beer are still at their most affordable prices of the year. 8. Vanilla extract. Among the hundreds of spices in your kitchen, vanilla extract is often overlooked. But if you love baking, brewing coffee, or simply want your kitchen to smell as sweet as a bakery, this is an essential item. The problem is, this small ingredient is about to become a luxury item in the coming months. The reason lies in Madagascar, which supplies nearly 80% of the world's vanilla. Droughts, poor harvests, and new import tariffs could double or even triple its price. A bottle of Kirkland vanilla extract, once priced at around $15, could soon surpass $30 or even $40, a significant jump for an ingredient used just a few drops at a time. What few people know is that real vanilla gets more fragrant with age. Unlike many other ingredients, it doesn't spoil. Its flavor becomes richer and smoother over time thanks to the natural alcohol content. If you buy a few bottles now and store them in a cool, dry place, you'll have a flavor stockpile that lasts for years without losing quality. During the upcoming holiday season, when demand for baking, cooking, and gift-giving spikes, vanilla prices are sure to climb even higher. Don't wait until you're forced to settle for artificial flavorings and end up disappointed with their bland taste. Buying a few bottles of real vanilla extract now will not only save you money, but also ensure every dish keeps that distinctive aroma no artificial substitute can match. 7. Butter and dairy. If you've ever been surprised by how quickly your Costco shopping bill adds up, butter and dairy are the silent culprits pushing up the cost of your cart day by day. These are staple foods, present in nearly every meal, from morning toast and creamy coffee to weekend baked goods. But few realize that butter and dairy products are about to enter a phase of steep price increases, and inflation isn't the only reason. Avian flu outbreaks have severely impacted dairy herds in several U.S. states, significantly reducing milk production. With lower supply and rising costs for feed and transportation, production expenses are climbing fast. According to U.S. Department of Agriculture forecasts, butter prices could reach $3 per pound, a 15% increase from last year. That might sound small, but for a family that uses butter daily, those costs add up to a substantial amount over the holiday season. The good news is you can get ahead of the game. Butter can be stored in the freezer for up to 6 months while retaining its flavor and texture. Simply portion it out, wrap it tightly, and label it with the date, and you'll have a butter bank for the entire winter. Milk is similar. Fresh milk, whipping cream, or cheese can be frozen in their original packaging and thawed slowly in the fridge when needed. With this preparation, you'll avoid the price hikes and ensure your home is always stocked with ingredients for delicious meals, especially during the year-end holidays. 6. Maple syrup. In many households, maple syrup is what makes breakfast feel warmer. Just a few drips on pancakes, waffles, or oatmeal are enough to fill the house with a sweet, comforting aroma. But this seemingly simple item is now among the products at Costco facing the steepest price increases. The reason comes from Canada, which supplies over 70% of the world's maple syrup. As new import tariffs take effect by the end of October, retail prices in the U.S. are certain to rise, with no other country able to replace this unique ingredient. In fact, the market has seen a syrup crisis before, a few years ago, when northern U.S. states ran short and people had to travel to Quebec to stock up. That scenario could very well repeat itself. A bottle of Kirkland organic maple syrup, currently priced at around $14.15, could jump to over $20 in a short time. For families that use syrup a few times a week, this price difference could significantly increase living costs without many noticing. What's interesting is that real maple syrup almost never spoils. When stored in a sealed container in a cool, dry place, its sweet, smooth flavor can last for years, and it may even become thicker and richer over time. That's why it's considered a smart stockpile item for every kitchen. Subscribe to motivate me to share more. 5. Nuts. If you're someone who loves healthy snacking or regularly uses nuts like almonds, cashews, walnuts, or pistachios in your meals, now is the time to consider buying early. The price of dried nuts is quietly climbing, and many experts predict a sharp increase after October. The reasons go beyond transportation costs. Global supply chains are under strain. Cashews and macadamia nuts, mainly imported from Vietnam, Ivory Coast, and Brazil, are facing new U.S. import tariffs. Meanwhile, almond-growing regions in California continue to battle prolonged droughts, causing a steep drop in production. With supply shortages, the price of a bag of nuts at Costco could easily rise by a few dollars in just weeks. That might sound small, but if you regularly buy nuts for snacking, salads, or homemade nut milk, this increase adds up to a significant amount over months. Plus, cocoa, the ingredient used to coat chocolate-covered nuts, has surged over 200% in the past year, making items like chocolate almonds or cashews face a double price hike. The good news is that nuts can be stored for a long time, especially if kept in airtight containers away from direct sunlight. Many people buy large bags at Costco, portion them out, and store them in the fridge for gradual use. The flavor stays fresh, crunchy, and nutrient-packed. You can mix them with oatmeal, use them as salad toppings, or simply munch on them for a quick, healthy energy boost. Nuts are a natural source of protein, keep you full longer, support heart health, and aid in weight management. That's why, even with rising prices, they remain a golden ingredient in any diet. So, if you see the nut shelves at Costco still stocked at current prices, now is the best time to stock up, saving money while ensuring your family has a healthy snack option. 4. Avocados. If there's one food that's both delicious and healthy, but facing the steepest price increase at Costco, it's avocados. This seemingly humble fruit relies almost entirely on supply from Mexico, which accounts for over 80% of the avocados consumed in the U.S. With new import tariffs expected after October 31st, avocado prices won't just rise by a few cents. They could jump by 20–30% in a short time. A bag of avocados, once priced at around $6, could soon hit $10 or $12, making the beloved avocado toast unexpectedly luxurious. What's notable is that avocados aren't easily replaced. They're a source of healthy fats, rich in vitamins E, K, and potassium, while also helping manage cholesterol, benefiting heart health and skin. For those eating healthy or following a keto diet, avocados are practically a must-have ingredient. That's why this price hike will directly impact the dietary habits of many families. But you can still get ahead by storing avocados smartly. Buy them at different ripeness levels. Some ripe for immediate use, others green for later. To store long-term, peel, pit, and mash them, then portion into small containers for freezing. This method preserves their nutrients, and when needed, you can thaw them for smoothies, toast spreads, or guacamole, convenient and cost-saving. Nobody wants to pay double for something they buy every week. So, if you see avocados at Costco still at their familiar price, don't hesitate to toss a few extra bags into your cart. A little preparation today will help you keep the rich, creamy flavor of your favorite dishes without worrying about avocados turning into a luxury item during the upcoming holiday season. 3. Coffee. If there's one aroma that can wake up an entire household each morning, it's definitely coffee. But that familiar joy is about to become more expensive than you might expect. In recent months, regular coffee buyers at Costco have noticed something odd. The price of a bag of Kirkland Colombian coffee has jumped from $9.99 to $15.99, a more than 60% increase in just 6 months. And according to insider sources, that number isn't done climbing. The reason lies with the two major coffee bean suppliers to the world, Brazil and Colombia, which are facing challenges simultaneously. Prolonged droughts have sharply reduced crop yields, while transportation, labor, and import tariff costs are all soaring. If the proposed 100% tariff on Brazilian coffee takes effect, retail prices in the U.S. could double in just weeks. Some Costco warehouses have already started limiting purchases to 2 bags per member, a clear sign that supply is tightening. But don't panic just yet. Coffee is one of the easiest items to store long-term if you know how. Whole beans or ground coffee, kept in an airtight container in a cool, dry place, can retain their flavor for months. Some people even portion it out, freeze it, and thaw it as needed. The aroma stays as fresh as a newly opened bag. Compared to spending $8 on a latte outside, brewing at home is a much smarter choice. Coffee isn't just a drink, it's a ritual, a personal moment for each morning. Don't let that ritual get disrupted by rising prices or shortages. Stock up on a few bags now, and you'll see it was the right call, not just for savings, but for preserving that comforting aroma and the calm feeling of holding your favorite coffee mug each morning. 2. Canned tuna. As prices for fresh meat, fish, and frozen foods skyrocket, canned tuna has become a silent hero in many kitchens. Compact, convenient, and protein-packed, it's an item you can keep in your pantry for a year and still enjoy as fresh as the day you opened it. But the concern is, its stable price is starting to vanish. Internal reports indicate that tuna supplies from Fiji and Mauritius, the main providers for the U.S., are about to face new import tariffs of 32 to 40%. At that rate, a 12-can pack of Kirkland tuna could rise from $18.99 to over $23, or even higher as supplies tighten. During the 2022 food price crisis, many families relied on canned fish. With just a few cans, you can whip up salads, sandwiches, rice bowls, or pasta. Now, with rising transportation, fishing, and quota restrictions, buying ahead and stocking up isn't just about saving money, it's smart preparation. One can of tuna provides over 25 grams of protein, equivalent to a serving of beef, but it's far easier to store. The great thing is that canned tuna has a shelf life of up to 5 years when kept in a cool, dry place. Simply organize your pantry, use the older cans first, and you'll ensure nutritious meals without worrying about spoilage. For busy people, students, or small families, this is the most valuable food insurance you can have. 1. Chocolate and imported cookies. If you love refined sweets, from melt-in-your-mouth Belgian chocolate to crisp French butter cookies paired with afternoon tea, this news might tug at your heart. All those imported treats are about to face the steepest price hikes of the year. Global cocoa prices have surged over 200% in just 12 months, causing headaches for producers from Europe to the U.S. With rising ingredient costs and new import tariffs of 20–30%, keeping prices stable is nearly impossible. At some Costco warehouses in the U.S., certain Kirkland chocolates have already started disappearing from shelves, while imported French or Italian cookies are quietly getting new labels and higher prices. A box that once cost $15 could jump to over $20 in just weeks. For consumers, this means those small gifts or sweet treats often bought for the holidays may soon feel like luxury items, harder to justify purchasing. But what few know is that high-quality chocolate and cookies can last a long time if stored in a cool, dry place. Some even taste better after a few months as the flavors deepen and smooth out. If you often buy these for gifting, holiday treats, or just to treat yourself, now is the perfect time to stock up early. It's not just about price, it's about emotion. A good chocolate bar or a box of buttery cookies doesn't just satisfy your taste buds, it evokes warmth and sharing. With prices set to rise sharply, buying a few boxes now will not only save you money, but also ensure that this holiday season, those sweet joys remain within reach. Prices for many items at Costco are about to surge, from butter and dairy to coffee, olive oil, avocados, syrup, and chocolate. But by preparing early, you can lock in current prices and rest easy through the upcoming holiday season. Think of your pantry as a smart investment. Buy now, use gradually, and save while ensuring quality. Sometimes, being proactive today is the best way to protect your wallet and your meals tomorrow. If you want more content like this, comment the number 1.